Welcome back to Trails of... not gambling this time. Trails of Umbra tries to do the main story and not get interrupted by door side stories. But this is an exciting moment because we're about to get a very unexpected party member, as if RIchard wasn't an unexpected member already. Watch this be like Colonel Sid instead. Just get all the Royal Army members, or General Morgan maybe. General Morgan's gonna be like, what? Bracers? Ugh. I gotta collaborate with you? Why couldn't it have been Bleu Blanc instead? Bleu Blanc party member. I can't believe it. It really is Renne. Looks like she's fast asleep. Papa, Mama, why? Renne. What? Where am I? Oh, this is just a dream. Estelle? Josh and Tita too. What a nice dream this is. Renne. Oh my gosh, reunited with Musume. Silly Estelle, you're supposed to be older than me. You shouldn't be acting like a clingy child. You're so warm though, and you smell so nice. Estelle doesn't shower. I don't know that. It's almost like this isn't a dream at all. What's going on? Renne, what are you doing here? Oh, never mind that. What am I doing here? It's okay, Renne. I'm going to explain now, so try and stay calm, okay? You see, we're not sure how it happened either, but don't come any closer. Renne's the first one where it's like, send me back. I was in the middle of making dinner. If you take another step towards me, I'll kill you. I'll try to handle this, Estelle. Do you mind taking a step back? Okay. I'm happy to see you again, Renne. How have you been all this time? How is that any of your business? You're just as bad as Estelle is, Josh. Why won't you two leave me alone and stop following me around? I figured you must have noticed. You're right. For the past few months, we've been traveling around trying to find you. We're in Crossbell at the moment, too. Are we getting warmer? Yeah, you're in Crossbell? Why do you want to find me so much? We just want a chance to talk to you. We heard from a reliable source that you haven't been back to Ouroboros since we last fought. Is that true? Wait, there's still an... Oh right, because the Society of Ouroboros is bigger than Weissman. It's just... I forgot, it was a segment of him. Because he's just one of the Anguists or whatever. And then there's a Grandmaster who's the big bad. What's that got to do with either of you? All I want is to be left alone. I don't want to talk to either of you. I don't even want to see you. So why won't you just leave me be? Because you came out of the crystal instead of Kurt. I'd rather have Kurt right now. Kurt erasure will not be tolerated in this game. Sorry, Renne. This one's on me. Ever since you flew off, I haven't been able to get you off my mind. I've been getting Josh to look into where you might be, and we've been going around chasing down every possible lead. Oh damn, so that's one of the reasons for traveling the world too, to find Renne. Not to find Bleu Blanc. My man. That's why I'm so happy to finally be able to see you again like this. But... Oh, I get it now. You're lying, aren't you? Really? That's all just a cover for the fact that you're trying to capture me. What? Sorry to disappoint you, but I only know about as much as Josh does about Ouroboros. Even if you catch me, you're not going to get anything useful out of me. And even if I did know lots of dirty secrets, I wouldn't tell you. I bet you feel really stupid for wasting your time now. Wait a second, that's not... Or are you going to try your luck anyways? You sure brought a lot of familiar faces for backup. Even I might have trouble taking on this many people at once. but I'm confident I'll leave at least a few of you headless before I get beaten up. Renne, you gotta be kidding me. What are we supposed to do, Shara? Don't ask me. This doesn't look good. Well, I think I know who you are now. Ouroboros Enforcer number 15, the Angel of Slaughter, correct? You certainly do know me. I don't know you, though. Are you a knight of the church? Yes, I'm RIchard, a squire. And while I may not be very familiar with your circumstances, would it hurt you to behave less like a self-centered child? Excuse me? Did you just call me a self-centered child? From what I've heard, your intelligence and deductive reasoning have few peers. That led you to join Ouroboros, obtaining both the current rank and abilities you now have. Unless I'm wrong, I find it very hard to believe you haven't already figured out that this isn't a trap we've set for you. And yet you still expect us to waste our time and humor your little temper tantrum? And yes, I did call you a self-centered child. Rhys? Damn, she sure doesn't mince words. My, you're a brave one, aren't you, miss? Did I hear a lowly squire like you trying to provoke an enforcer like me? Must really want to end up splattered all over the floor. I could say the same to you. I have no idea why everyone else here regards you favorably, but I for one have no interest in being friends with someone from Ouroboros. So if a battle's what you want, I'll be more than happy to oblige. Oh no. Rhys? A Templar sword, huh? Those can certainly be a rude awakening in the right hands. Of course, everyone else who's ever tried to challenge me with one ended up being quite predictable after a while. Before long, they were all begging me for mercy like pigs about to be slaughtered. It was ever so pitiful. I can't wait to hear you do the same. Renne. No. Do you actually want to fight, or do you only intend to stand around trying to sound threatening? I suppose that's enough talking. Come on, you two. Both of you, stop it. Oh, Tita pop-off moment. Hey, wait a second. Why are the two of you so desperate to try and fight when you know you don't really want to? Renne, you were trying to make it sound like you don't care about Estelle and Josh, but deep down you're happy to see them again. And you know it. And Rhys, you've already realized that Renne's not actually a bad person. It doesn't matter that she's from Ouroboros. Well, I'm happy? Of course I'm not. Why would I possibly... And why do you look so happy when Estelle hugged you? Right up until the moment you realized this was all real, you were acting like it was the best dream you ever had. And now you're saying you don't want to talk to them? You don't want to see them? Hold on a minute, Tita. And that's not true at all. That's not true at all, so just admit it. Oh, she's crying. I swear, she just cut my life short about 10 years. What the hell was she thinking? Look at you, honestly. I thought you were a year older than me, you know? Yet here you are crying away. You're not setting a very good example. I can't help it. What am I supposed to do when you guys finally see each other again and all you do is end up fighting? That's just too sad. Oh. Hey. What are you crying for? Why did you have to? You know the answer to that already. Oh my gosh. It's because she likes you. We are friends, Tomodachi. She does? Hey, Renne, I know we still got our differences, but how about we all put that aside and call a truce for now? A truce? As I'm sure you can tell, we're in the middle of a really messy situation right now. And however you got here, you've ended up being dragged right into it with us. I'd say it's all in our best interest to work together, at least until we get out of here anyway. What do you say? That's certainly true. There's still plenty we don't know about our predicament. Having someone with your intellect on our side may well help us fill in the remaining blanks. In fact, I would greatly welcome your assistance. Yeah, I'm with the Colonel. I'm not a Colonel, Estelle. Regardless, I think it would be in your best interest to work with us too. Cooperating will allow you to gather info more effectively, as well as make it easier for you to ensure your own safety. It's true. It's obvious that Wherever we are, it's somewhere abnormal. So it goes without saying that having me around would be a big help to all of you. Alright. Out of respect for Cheetah's bravery, I'll spare you all this time. Fill me in on exactly what's going on here. Oh. Thanks, Renne. Just so we're clear, I haven't decided whether I'm going to work with you or not yet. All I'm promising is to listen to your explanation of what's happening, then I'll decide if I'll help. You must help. Then I can have the Musume party. I see. I think I got a pretty good idea of what's going on now. Whoever chose this place's name couldn't have picked a better one, could they? What? Have you figured something out that we haven't? Possibly. I'm still not completely certain. But I'm relatively confident in my theory after hearing the Colonel's story, though. Me? My own experience is the same as everyone else's, ending up here after being surrounded by a sudden white light. You say you weren't wearing your uniform when it happened to you, right, Colonel? How many times must I... Whatever. This is gonna be a running joke where it's like, I'm not the Colonel. The Colonel is now Sid. I wasn't. As I explained to everyone when I first arrived. I was wearing a shirt and slacks as I do the other day at work. Right, just checking. So then tell me something. Would you say you have quite a strong emotional attachment to that uniform? Pardon? That's a definite yes. It's a symbol of your past. The past you just can't quite move on from. Even though you need to. Am I right? Yes, you are. Richard. It's no surprise you feel that way from my perspective. And lo and behold, the moment you appeared in this world, you were wearing that very same uniform again. Whenever you do, whatever do you think that could mean? That would mean when I arrived here, my attachment to the past ended up being manifested in reality. In other words, this world is capable of changing based on people's thoughts. We're in mementos. Now it makes sense. Not to me, it doesn't. Can you explain it in a slightly less complicated term for the rest of us? It's actually a really simple thing. You remember how Luciola used the gospel to make you experience a dream, right? Right? The dreams we saw were different depending on what we wanted to see, too. Of course, unlike that, this isn't a dream, but the concept is basically the same. Anyways, just like Luciola's dream world, this world changes depending on what the people inside it want. It also appears to recreate places that exist in their memories, too. It all falls into place nicely once you simplify it, doesn't it? So it does. It explains the monuments we've encountered and how the doors work, too. Still, while that explanation may explain the contents of the world, I find it hard to believe that any of us would desire the predicament we found ourselves in. Oh, I don't disagree. We're not the only ones here, though, are we? Oh. So in other words, many of the contents of this world exist because of us, but its overall structure is the result of someone else within it. From what I can gather, yes. What exactly is making all of this possible is the part that I'm still puzzling over. Making people's wishes a reality was the purpose of the Oriole, but now that's been lost, and I can't think of anything else capable of doing the same. I think it's easy for all of us to point the finger at who wished for this world to behave the way it does, at the very least. The Lord of Phantasma. Exactly. Based on everything that's been said, they weren't in this world originally. That was just the ghost you've encountered. Until the Lord of Phantasma, she simply watched over this place. Oh, the ghost. But then they showed up, stole her power, and started remaking the world according to their own whims. The result is what we're stuck in right now. Well, what do you think? Wow. Damn, feels like you just popped your head in and solved all these crazy mysteries like they were nothing. It's certainly impressive. Even I hadn't been able to deduce quite that much. You're the RI genius, Renne. I'm sure you could have worked this out if you really put your mind to it, Josh. Unless Estelle's stupidity is actually contagious and rubbed off on you. Well, that's not very nice. I'm pretty sure that's not the case. Either way, sounds like this Lord of Phantasma person likes games just as much as I do. Without me, I don't know if you'll be able to beat them, so I suppose I better lend you all a hand. I hope you're all very grateful. Yeah, sure. It's nice to have a cutie like you on board, Renne. Well, now that that's settled, it's time to use that cube to take us back to the 5th plane so we can move on. Now that we've gotten closer to working out what's going on, we should be able to move on to the next part of the game board now. Guessing our opponent's ready to make their next move too. Someone's confident. Still, have it your way. It's not as though we have any option other than to press on. I'm expecting we'll encounter a devil at the end of this plane just like we have at all the others. We should only move on when we're sure we can handle it. I could really do without the extra trouble. And again, I'm kind of curious what these devils are like in reality. Would you like to come have a look with me, Tita? I'm not sure just the two of us going would be such a good idea. Aw, she was so opposed to being with us earlier, but look at her now. Yeah, I'm really glad she came around. Hopefully we'll get a chance to talk to her while we're in here too. Yeah. Well, I obviously gotta put the musumes together. Like, there's no way I don't put the musumes together. Beautiful. Has low stamina, but incredible arts not limited by lines. What does that mean? What does Renne do? Ooh, that's a cool portrait. 9 lives. Enforcer's Scythe. Okay, well, she's got the best clothes already, which is great. Wait, she has... her base stats have 1,000 in ATS already. That is crazy. Okay. Her magic output is insane. She doesn't have too many crafts though. Okay, so she's more of a spellcaster. Let me unlock her ornaments then in that case. Oh, they're already unlocked. Beautiful. I don't even have to do anything then. But I am out of... oh, and she already comes with some really good... wow, she comes with a really good setup already. She's practically got everything maxed out. Death kills enemies with 20% success. She just has the best stuff right off the bat. I don't think I need to change too much then. Give her the wood gem instead, maybe. I am out of wood gems too. There, how about that? Okay, I think Renne just became my most powerful unit. We'll rest real quick. Let's go talk to some people. Now that I have the musumes together. Oh, what's going on here? Annalise, what are you doing? Well, you heard what Renne said earlier, right? About how this world changes as a result of what people inside it want? Yeah, but what does that have to do with us, with this? She's desperately trying to wish for a stuffed toy into existence with the power of her mind. Hey, I'm trying to concentrate here. Can you be a little more quiet? Should I go with a fluffy, beady-eyed palm? Or maybe a nice silky bear or a super soft panda? There's so many wonderful choices, I can't decide which to go with. Concentrate, you can't even decide what you want. At least focus on one of them and see what that does before getting greedy. Trust Annalise to cook up an idea like this. You might come across as silly to some, but I can't help but be impressed by her boundless optimism. Where is Kurt? Kurt should be here. It is an interesting concept, I must say. Who would have thought the world changes in accordance to the thoughts and desires of those within? If what Renne was saying about discovering that being one of the conditions to moving on to the sixth plane is true, then we must be reaching the end of this particular plane. That we are. All this crap about how Phantasma's made up is giving me a headache, but it doesn't take a genius to figure out just how strong those fiends in it are getting the farther we go in. We're gonna have to get a hell of a lot stronger if we want to stand a chance against them. If the world really isn't we're in really does change as a result of our thoughts, we're gonna need more than just physical strength in the battles ahead. We're gonna need mental strength too. I got that covered. Kevin's still asleep. I'm guessing he'll be asleep for this entire section. Seems to be sleeping soundly. His condition stabilized a lot compared to before. He does seem to have a small fever, but it's nothing worth freaking out about. A little fever never hurt anybody. That's nice. Shows that's the only one looking after him now. Weller? Seems like the situation we're in is even more severe than I feared. We discovered a number of rules that govern this world, all implemented by the Lord of Phantasma. What if they created a rule that dictates that we can't actually leave this world? Who's to say that we're even, like, it's even us? Like, maybe we're still back in the real world and this is all like a mental cognition thing. It's amazing to think that this world is where people's thoughts become reality. Even after all we've seen so far, I still find myself doubting that could be even possible, but it certainly makes sense. Still, if we assume that everything that's happened so far has gone according to their plan, I think it's about time we started trying to change that, Yeah. I can't deny there's still a part of me that refuses to move on from the past. Sooner or later I'll have to completely put it behind me and move on. Something up, Colonel? Not a colonel. Nothing major, no. Just lost in thought. Are you still thinking about what I said earlier? You really are a perceptive one. You wouldn't be interested in coming to work at the RNA research, would you? I'm sure someone with your level of foresight would be a valuable asset. Maybe I'll give it some thought if you play with me again. Maybe. Our playtime at Gransel Castle ended up getting interrupted before I'd really started. So I'm up for another try if you are. Ren, please. I totally forgot they ended up fighting when Ouroboros tried attacking the capital. I'll think about it. Oh, Richard has a showdown with Ren. That'd be cool. Oh, Chloe and Josh. What? Where's Estelle? Estelle, get over here. Stop hanging around on the ground. You're really gonna let your man hang out with Chloe? Just kidding. Josh, what are you doing here? Not much. Just giving some thought to what we might find ourselves up against during the remainder of our time here. Why would you waste time doing that when we'll find out by proceeding anyway? You don't need to worry about anything as long as I'm with you all. I suppose you're right. Oh, she's worried about him. Ren? Take care, okay? He doesn't know how to speak to her. We got the Murderous Musume and the Sunshine Musume. Okay, I think we're all good. I need to buy some more quartz, but I'll do it off camera next time. Let's just head to... or keep going down the 5th plane, that's all. Alright. It's this way, right? Yeah. Luminous Labyrinth number 2. Okay. Same enemy still. We are both empty. That is true. Oh my god. Tita hits for 3.7 on basic attacks. I am sorry for ever underestimating Tita.
Goddess, my thanks to thee.
Why is Ren so far back? Let me change the tactics. Why is Ren? Yeah. Let's put Ren at the front. There we go. Another door already? Bring to me the playful minstrel and his closest ally against the beast they seek to overcome. Beast? Well, that's obviously Olivier. Assuming his companion would be Mueller then, right? It's most likely a story about those two. Okay. I'll do that after I get to the next checkpoint. Now let's do this. I want to do some exploration real quick. And by that I want to gank this guy instead. Amberl Bracelet. What? He turned his back on me. Okay, let's do this. Alright, Tita, you do this. Ren. Calamity Throw. Throws her scythe, rending foes in its path. KO 10%. Spinning attack that hits foes in a wide area. Cuts through enemies. Taking the lives of a 50% chance to insta-kill. Damn. Okay, so all she has is insta-kill attacks. Got it. Nice. Good miss. Sweet. I came all this way just for a chest? Okay. What does that Ambral bracelet do, though? It could be the best item of all time. Prevents movement speed down. Okay, it's just a... It prevents debuffs. Got it. What did I have on? Feather brush. Various stats up. Prevents faint. Sure, I'll put that on. I'll be honest, it's kind of hard sometimes to remember that Rhys is currently the protagonist because she's kind of getting overshadowed by everybody. But that's just because, you know, all the characters we met up until now has had 2 games to get developed, so... Rhys is kind of forgettable at sometimes. And, by the way, Kevin doesn't have that problem naturally because he was in SC, but... I am doing my best to be in the perspective of Rhys for immersion purposes. Okay, we're done here. Let's move on. However, given how important the church is, I'm pretty sure we'll see both Kevin and Rhys again. So, I'm pretty certain after this trilogy is over, like, if anything, these 2 characters are probably gonna carry over into, like, the next arc, given how they're kind of... the church is very important. Picked up a new sword, Giardino. 900 damage. Damn. It's another one of those long text. $3,000. Empty. Someone must have taken the chest phrase that used to be in here. Who would do that?
Oh, pitiful souls, may you
Right, we're done here. And I think we're at the exit now, actually. I know I'm coping at this point, but maybe there's another sealed fragment for Kurt. Just, you know, maybe. Maybe there's one more fragment for Kurt. Please. Please, game, you know you want Kurt back. Okay, I made it to the end. Sweet. Anything new? Rose Ripper. Okay, well that's for Renne, so I'll buy that. There's no new items here. As for quartz, I'll need to buy that later. Let's restore our stuff and keep going. I can beat the boss real quick, but then we won't go ahead. We'll do the door after. Oh, I want to defeat a demon boss today. Is that our exit out of this plane? Doesn't look like there's anything standing between us and it either. Time to make a mad dash for it. Wait. What's up? I can smell the distinctive scent of the underworld, and it grows stronger by the second. What? Are we gonna get surrounded by magic circles then? No, this isn't gonna come from a circle. It's coming from above. Spiders. Where is that string even coming from? What? Spiders? How cute. They're trying so hard to be intimidating for us, aren't they? These are the 3 gluttonous Arachne sisters, kin of the 77 devils featured in the Testaments. They weave nightmares and consume the souls of those who wander into the labyrinth. So, this is what the real devils are like, huh? They sure look the part. But they're not going to be enough to stop us. Let's get nasty. Let's get nasty. Oh great, they even have side mobs with them. Wait. What are they weak to? Okay. Don't I have Titanic? No, I don't have what is this? Petrosphere. Oh, just debilitate, that's all. Oh, I do have it, yes. Titanic roar. You can't go wrong with a Titanic roar, baby. Let's ult. Let's ult the main spiders.
Upon the golden season
Alright. Do this. And Renne. I see, so it's a range attack. Sure, I can do it. The animation. Do it. 2.5, good damage. Curse Eye. Swarm of Evil. Fence down, okay. Big damage. Okay, Renne, you do Death Scream. Oh, they teleport, great. But can they dodge the meteor strike? Wait, satellite beam has a... I thought this hit everybody. Okay, well. They won't survive this. Tactical nuke. Oh, they transform. Okay, got it. I'm gonna send Renne into combat then. Arachne Zigma. Eldest of the three. Mother. Youngest. I see, okay. Let's do this. Good. Estelle. Wheel of Time. Good stuff. Nice. Okay, I need to kill that one. That is doing a lot of damage to me. This. Good. Alright. We should be fine now. Should I just get in there and attack it? 10,000 HP left. Let's see how much dark matter does though. It has life steal. Okay. Get in there, guys. Blood circle. I'll send Renne into combat. Or... yeah, that will reach. Her arts are pretty strong though. That's what they say. I want to see her animations. I want to get her in there. Okay. Yep, that's some lifesteal, alright. I have Holy Blessing. I might use that on Renne after. Keep hitting him. Okay, let's see Bloody Circle. It's the Estelle spin. He stole the hurricane move. Okay, I need to get in there too now. Alright, don't worry, everything will be fine. Let's do this. I think Renne has a party heal, right? 6,000 to allies in the area. Orbal Gear. Removes accessory effects but nulls many ailments. Mount the Orbal Gear. Oh wow. Strength defense plus.
Come on, everyone.
Hey. Oh my god, Tita got a 1700. And she can climb out whenever. And she has new abilities. Bullet barrage, smoke missiles, body slams a foe. She can't cast arts though. Damage? What the fuck? Okay, Tita. Do this. Oh great, just lifestealed again. Alright, Tita. Hit him with the bullet barrage. Oh, wait. Tita's actually cracked with this. I almost forgot she had that ability now.
No way.
Alright. And it's over. Good fight. Reese learned Arc Fencer 2. Estelle learned True Wheel of Time. Oh my gosh. As if that attack couldn't get more busted. What was up with that last one? That was so unfair. That must have been Zigma, the three sisters' mother. And even she was not able to stop us, thankfully. Oh, that has to be Kurt. What? That looks like... It's Kurt. I knew it. Secret party member. I'm coping so hard. Another ceiling stone, huh? I honestly figured Renne was going to be the last. Huh. So I was in a pretty stone like that when you found me, too. You're like a princess in a fairy tale. You kind of were like a little princess, actually. I think this one may actually be different. The other stones had a strange sense of warmth when you held them. Not so for this one. Really? Is it because it had something bad in it? No, instead of the usual warmth, it seems to have a cool, almost divine feel to it. Almost if it contains the goddess herself within. Sharp as usual. It's Lawrence. Who's that? So you just had to show your face again, didn't you? The priest is still unconscious, I see. What a shame. I was rather surprised to find out that he can only use his stigma powers against heretics. Even power of that magnitude is meaningless if it's so limited and has such repercussions. I almost pity him. To tell you the truth, I wasn't expecting you to reach this point so quickly. Your final piece is inordinately capable. Oh, might you be referring to me? Thanks to you, I ended up having to make my appearance sooner than I was expecting. I suppose I should have expected no less from the host of Gransel's finest tea party. That's very true. Oh right, because she's the one that set up that tea party, right, with the threatening letters. Regardless, I came to fulfill the duty, and fulfill it I shall. Think of that stone as a gift for gathering all the pieces scattered through Phantasma. What about Kurt? You forgot one of the pieces. It contains not an additional piece, but a rule book of sorts that you may find beneficial. A rule book? That certainly explains why it feels different compared to the others. Does this mean that you're finally ready to face us head on, rather than continuously taunting us? Whether that time comes is entirely up to you. For now, all I will say is this. On the next game board, all of you will find yourselves face to face with a number of trials to overcome. All of us, okay. Well, it's a good thing that I'm gearing out everybody. He's escaping again. Wait a damn minute. Is that all you got to say? What kind of trials? A variety in all shape and sizes. Even I will be one of them. You? Really now? I eagerly anticipate seeing whether you are able to overcome them all and make it to me. Don't disappoint me now. It's almost as if he can't help but try to taunt us. He stays just long enough to say something cryptic and then leaves before elaborating every single time. Classic villain. Oh, I just love those types. Is something wrong, Estelle? Oh, it's nothing. Anyways, we might have got nothing but cryptic teasers out of him, but we do have a new ceiling stone to unlock. Think we should head back to the garden and get to it. I agree. Getting curious to see just what this rule book is as well. Kurt. It's gonna be Kurt. It's gonna be Kurt. The way it glows is pretty different compared to all the other ceiling stones. You're right, I wonder who's gonna appear out of it. Chloe? Is something wrong? No, it's just the light radiating from it feels somewhat nostalgic. Huh. It's gonna be... That comes as no surprise. It's gonna be Celeste, isn't it? It's Celeste, the Oslease, isn't it? It's Chloe's descender, or ancestor. I think, at least, it's Celeste, right? It's her. What? She looks like... Yep, same purple hair. I'm so glad I can finally communicate with you like this. I wonder how many hundreds of years it's been since I was last able to hold a true conversation. Your Highness, wait. You aren't, are you? It's a pleasure to have the chance to meet one of my own descendants. Allow me to extend a hand to welcome all of you, visitors to my garden. My name is Celeste, yeah. Celeste D. Oslease. Yes, sorry, I used your gospel back in back in the Oreo. I know I committed identity fraud, but Chapter 5 over. Just gonna end the chapter there. Alright. Chloe, meet your great-great-great-grandmother. You've reached the Emerose City Church. How may I help you? Oh, is that you, Kevin? I didn't think you'd be there already, so I was just going to leave a message with the priest. Oh, hey, Rufina. Yeah, I got here late this morning. How about you? When do you think you'll be getting here? I'm going to be a little late, I'm afraid. There's been an accident or something, so the train's been delayed. I probably won't be getting there until this evening now. Gotcha. I'll wait here until you arrive. I think Reese and the kids would all get bent out of shape if I showed up without you. Oh, please, I'm sure you're just exaggerating. Although, speaking of Reese, I hope you've been thinking about how you're going to cheer her up. I got it all planned out. I've been stocking up on souvenirs from every mission that I've been going on. Should be enough to snap her out of her funk. I wouldn't be so sure if I were you. Girls her age are more complex than you'd think. Yeah? I guess she's not really a kid anymore now that she's 13, but still. Actually, that's about how old you were when we first met, right? Now that you mention it, it was. How time flies. Sorry, looks like the train's about ready to leave. I'm gonna have to go. I'll see you later then, alright? If you get bored of waiting, you're welcome to go home and ahead of me, of course. Got it. See you later. Man, how time flies is right. Have I really not been home in 2 years? And I guess that makes 9 since I met Rufina. I hope Reese isn't too grumpy when we finally get there. Kevin! What is it, Father? Has something bad happened? Well, I've just received word that someone spotted a group of men dressed in all black at the edge of town. What's worse is they were supposedly headed for the mountain path. You don't think? If they were, Astor House might be their target, I fear. Do you have any idea what could be going on? I wish I did. I doubt it's anything to do with the Grail Switcher, at least. I think I should go and check it out just in case. Please do. Oh, do you know when Rufina is going to be arriving, by the way? This evening, by the sound of it. She said her train's been delayed. When she arrived, can you let her know what happened? Damn it. Jaegers. Seems like there's anything between 5 or 10 of them. What could they want with the gospel facility to begin with? The longer they're allowed to be in there, the more danger the kids are in. I'm gonna have to try and handle this alone. It's time to put my combat skills to good use. So now we get a flashback during his time as a squire, but Rufina was still alive back then. Chapter 6, The Guardian Trials. Celeste, wasn't that the name we saw in those data crystals? That's right. According to those, she was the de facto leader of the group of ancients who sealed away the Oriole. She was also the founder of Liberal's current royal family. I'm glad to see the info I left behind ended up proving useful to someone. It really did. So then you're really the founder of Liberal's royal family? Not technically. I'm not the real Celestial Celeste. Think of me as something of a shadow, or a partial copy of her personality, created in order to influence Phantasma from within. How can you only be a partial copy? The truth behind you is apparently more complicated than we thought. You don't appear to be a spirit of some kind, though. I see that now. She's a pre-recorded ghost. This is correct. Before I try to explain just what I am, I should probably tell you more about what the world we are in first. You can do that? This should be interesting. And here comes the plot. As you are aware, the land in which you stand is called Phantasma. This is a world belonging to a higher plane of existence, created several thousand years ago by the Oriole. Its purpose was to act as a subsystem for the Oriole in order to incorporate and process the will of the LiberArch populace. One might call it a self-organized world designed to realize countless possible others as necessary. Pardon? You lost me. Yeah, isn't there a simpler way to explain this? Well, while not technically correct, perhaps you could think of it this way. Phantasma is like a fictitious realm created by the Oriole in order to fulfill humanity's every wish and desire. It's mementos. What exactly qualifies Phantasma as fictitious? Can't help but think that this is far too real to be a land of pure fantasy. When I say fictitious, I don't mean to suggest that it is a complete lie. It's more like a shadow graph or kaleidoscope. It has its own laws and can change to reflect countless different possibilities. Does that make the concept any easier for you to understand? Somewhat, yes. And suddenly the name Phantasma seems to be much more appropriate. As I stated previously, it was a subsystem of the Oriole rather than being the Oriole itself, and it helped to grant people's desires. They were separate entities, but effectively like two sides of the same coin. The relationship caught our eyes as we were devising the sealing mechanism. You mean the mechanisms used to seal away the Oriole? Then that was also in those data crystals left behind. Exactly. At first we thought our plan would be impossible to execute. After all, the Oriole had absolute control over space itself and was able to influence mankind's every action. Even after coming upon the idea temporarily and imprisoning it with a gravity barrier, we had no way to implement our plans. Without that, they were simple ideas with no real meaning. We were effectively at a total loss. You had discovered your foe's weakness but had no way to take advantage of it. That must have been quite the frustrating predicament. Indeed. And yet our perseverance rewarded us for developing of something that could take advantage of that weakness. The Recluse Cube. Is this what this is known as then? Yes, that is the only object in existence able to interact with Phantasma without relying on the Oriole as an intermediary. Celeste used that to create a partial copy of her personality, that is me. And once inside, I began working to sabotage Phantasma's functionality by using this garden as my base of operations. As a result of my efforts, the Oriole's processing ability was hindered just long enough for the plan to be executed. He who catches his foes off guard wins the battle. The same principle applies to martial arts too. Sounds like you really put a lot of thought into planning everything. Well, she was also hinging on that her shadow self or her photocopied counterpart would get the job done, though. So, I mean, there's a lot of risk in this plan too. Assuming that you're relying on that artifact, that cube, to basically solve the problem in like a couple of years later, or, you know, in the future. Maybe, but I can't help deny that luck played a part in the end. Once the Oriole was sealed away, my work was done, and I fell into a deep sleep here. Right, and let me guess, time passed differently too, so that's why. My reason being is that if the Oriole was ever unsealed, I might be able to provide assistance to the people of that time. I'm pleased that you've been able to handle it just fine without my help, however. Luck's played a huge part for us though, too. That it has. We're not even sure where the Oriole is now. As far as we're aware, It disappeared during all that's happened at the Liber arc. I thought as much. I was able to confirm that the Oriole's disappearance from here is within Phantasma as well. When it did so, I thought my purpose for existing was finally over, and that all that was left for me and this land was to embrace a slow and peaceful destruction. That was not to be. Soon the Lord of Phantasma appeared. So that's when it happened. Quite a recent development, I see. The Lord of Phantasma appeared out of nowhere, stealing all my power before I was even aware of what happened. After doing so, they began to remake Phantasma in accordance with their own design, both this world's current structure and the plans that make it up, were all the Lord of Phantasma's creations. Looks like your theory was correct, Renne. Still, that makes it sound like... yeah, so you don't know who that masked bastard is either then? I'm afraid not. Their every action thus far has been a mystery. Ordinarily, they shouldn't have been able to gain access to this world in the first place. And I'm afraid I have no idea what they are trying to achieve by bringing all of you in here and testing you. Well, that's a shame. Yeah, that's the part we want to know most of all. I only wish I could be more help. The only other thing I could say about them is that I suspect the Lord of Phantasma is currently in the 7th plane. There's a 7th? What makes you think that? Well, check the map. That was the first plane that was created after appearing at this world. Just what kind of a place that plane is, I don't know. I can sense dark inhuman thoughts from there. They're spreading out across the whole of Phantasma. That doesn't sound good. Then we'll be seeing them after the next one, won't we? Yeah, we're just finishing the 5th when we came back here. Presuming they're waiting for us on the 7th, the time to fight them head-on may not be that far off. Heh, I was getting tired of waiting. As was I. Seems the end will finally be in sight. Now, if only we had some sort of inkling as to what the Lord of Phantasma is trying to achieve. Actually, I just might. Kevin, you're up. It's good to see you again, Father. You too. Wasn't expecting you of all people to get an invitation here. Or you for that matter, little lady. I'm sure you weren't. Got something I want to ask you. I suppose I can wait until later. For sure. Are you sure you're feeling alright? Right as rain. I'm feeling just great. All that sleep must have done me a lot of good. And I see you guys made a whole lot of progress while I was out cold too. Yeah. Hey, I'm Kevin Graham. Or maybe I don't need to introduce myself since you seem to know a thing or two about everyone who's come here so far. True, I was able to tell what has happened in the Liber arc from the garden. And out of all the people here, you are the one closest to the truth of what is happening here, am I wrong? What? No, I don't think you are. I can't pretend to be much of an expert on what Phantasma itself is, but I got a pretty good idea as to who's responsible for all of this. I can only think of one person twisted enough to put us through all we've been through. Is it someone you know? Yep, you could say that, yeah. The short version is, they're a real piece of work. A cunning, arrogant, cold-hearted son of a bitch who doesn't even see people as people. That about sums up who we're dealing with. Sounds like a real awful guy. And who, may I ask, is that you were talking about? Well, about that. Would you be willing to wait just a bit longer for the answer to that one? No. Tell me now, Kevin. I don't want to wait another 10 hours before I find out. I'm pretty sure I'm right, but I'm still missing one last thing that'll let me be completely certain. And I think we'll find out just what that is in the 6th plane. And here I thought we were finally going to get an answer. Is there a reason you can't share your theory as is? Well, I realize I'm asking a lot after we've come so far. But I promise that as soon as I know for sure, I'll talk. I swear on the goddess's name and on the church's emblem. Well, I don't see any reason to say no. Likewise, he's clearly got his reasons. It's not often you ask us for favors, so I can let it slide. No problem here. If he says wait, I'll wait. I feel as though we can trust your judgment, Kevin, so I have no objections either. Me neither. I don't really care as long as I get to have fun. I believe we're all in agreement then. Yes, consider this one settled. Thank you. I like how every time everyone needs a voice line to confirm that they all agree. Just reminds me of that one scene from Persona 5 Royal, where it's like they're discussing Sumide's new code name, where it's like, how about Violet and not violent, Violet, and then Akechi's like, I am surrounded by absolute idiots. We need an Akechi in this game. Who's the closest thing to Akechi? Renne? Renne maybe? Yeah. I need some sort of like villain bad guy who's just unapologetic. Thanks guys. Anyways, now that I'm up, I'm also down to take lead again. And I'd appreciate if you back me up. No problem. Seems like you're all ready to move on. While you're advancing through the 6th plane, I'll do all I can on my end to find out more about the 7th. Of course, if you need my support, I'll be happy to provide it through the cube and the monuments as I always have. Now that you mention it, we haven't really thanked you for all the help you've given us since we got here, have we? Thanks, Celeste. We couldn't have done this without you. We truly are in your debt. Please think nothing of it. I am but a shadow, placed here with a duty to fulfill. I believe helping you will be a part of that duty. If I may, allow me to help you however I can. Will do. Sorry for worrying you too, Reese, but I'm just fine now. So please just leave everything to me, I'm begging you. Only if you promise me one thing. What is it? I won't make you promise not to put yourself in danger or to overdo it. Don't do anything that would make Rufina sad. Really know how to hit a guy where it hurts, don't you? So will you promise? Yeah, I promise. I swear on her name I won't. Unless I need to do it to save the world and destroy the last boss. Alright, Kevin's back. Oh, I have 3. Okay, I can choose not to bring Reese. Well, I'll be honest.
I am ready.
Of course I'm gonna bring her. Like, she's part of the story. Where's Kevin? I mean, where's Kurt? This is ridiculous. There's no Kurt. Estelle being a optional party member is wild to me, but okay. I want to play with Renne a bit more. We didn't get that much time with her. So let's do Renne and... Who was next? We did Tita, we did Schwarz. And I had Estelle and Josh for a while too. So you know what? I'm going to bench these two for a while too. Just because we've had so much screen time with them. Let's bring... These 4 came after. I already brought Mueller. Did I bring Mueller? I don't think I did actually. No, I didn't bring Mueller yet. He was the next party member. Yeah, we'll do that. Yes, good. I myself am a shadow bound by the laws of Phantasma. As such, I'm afraid I'm limited in what I can do. But I'll be sure to do what I can to support you in your efforts. You give me free shop items? Why do I gotta still pay for my items in this fictitious place? Now that I know this is a fake area, can't you just give me items for free? Do you want me to save the world? Give me free items. Give it to me now. I also forgot to give Renne her better weapon. There we go. Rose Ripper. Alright. Got some time to spare, so why don't we look around? The father. How are you feeling now? Fine, thanks. Sorry about worrying you guys so much. Oh, don't be. I wasn't there to see you collapse. I was simply curious how you were doing. That's nice of him. I never would have imagined the very ghost who aided us all this time was an ancestor of the Liberalian royal family. Still, I can hardly imagine a more reassuring revelation. I'd like to think that with her help we may be able to compete against the Lord of Phantasma after all. Schwarz is just a Osleis Oshi who's like a big fan of anybody from that family. Hello, Kevin. Sure seems like you got quite a lot on your mind. I won't force you to tell us everything, but given that we've been caught up in this, I think it's fair to expect some kind of explanation. You'll get one, I promise. If you don't mind waiting a little longer. Oh, what's going on here? Oh, Renne, we'll have to talk again later. I still want to finish our conversation from earlier. I'd be delighted. Oh my gosh. You like plushies too, huh, Renne? We're gonna have to sit and talk about that later then. I need to find out just how much. I need to take Renne out of the party real quick just to see this.
Together now.
Let's do...
Understood.
Richard and Olivier, because we just talked to them. Actually, let's do Richard and...
Ready?
Shara real quick, because she's not in this scene. I can just see what they're talking about. I got a lot of plushies. My room is full of them. I wish I could show you them. Oh my god. This is the cute trio. So then I decided to give him a name. I raised a cat once before too, you know? The professor called him a steel cougar. If I recall. That doesn't sound like any kind of cat I'm thinking of. What? You got this really rare Landmore limited edition plushie? I really want that one, but you're so lucky. I swear. I think she's probably the one least bothered about what's going on here out of all of us. I was set out on going to get that one when I came out, but then this major job came in all of a sudden. I couldn't go out and buy it. Oh my god. This is an amazing conversation. Talk to Mueller? Never imagined that that would be the origin of the cube we've been reliant on all this time. At least now we understand how we came to be drawn in here to a degree. It seems like the one directly responsible for this happening was the Lord. Can't wait to make them pay for what they've done. Indeed, my headphones are dying. Alright, let's switch out the party. I'll bring Annalise real quick. Check back here, and I'll quickly charge my batteries quickly, even though I'm about to end the flippin' episode in like a couple seconds or minutes. You know I'm addicted to a game when you see Umbra charging his headphones every freaking episode. All the Dull Knight books. Yeah, okay. Chapter 1 to Chapter 11. I understand the gist of what Celeste was saying, but that doesn't really explain why there are all these books here. Especially so many of them. Something's not clicking with me. Oh, look at this weird one. Weird one? What's it called? From Fat to Fit. By Gilbert Stein. These bookcases really are weird. What? Gilbert wrote that book? The world really does make no sense. I mean, I'm pretty sure what Celeste is saying is true, but it all seems just so weird. Well, whatever. Guess there's no point in me worrying about it. I'll just try and help the princess here. It's almost startling how many books are here. They don't seem to be arranged in any specific order, though. I want to think that there's more to this bookcase that meets the eye. I like how those two are hanging out now. They're part of the Josh fan club. Okay, what's going on over here? Hey, Zin was saying something's kind of cool earlier. He says this place is perfect for martial arts training. I might not be into the same combat style as him, but I'm not going to say no to a chance to get stronger. Say, you want to join me for some sparring later, Zen? Huh, sure thing. I'm just mulling over all Celeste told us about Phantasma earlier. Strange to think that we've suddenly ended up in a world that's part of a higher plane of a universe. Thinking about it, this place is probably perfect for martial arts training. It's like being at the top of a tall mountain, isolated from the world. Yep, you got all the time in the world here. Oh, and there they are, the stars of the show. Josh? By the sounds of it, you've probably encountered him more times than I have, but yeah, I know. I'm gonna have to make sure I'm prepared. I have a feeling that oh, they both know it's Lawrence. It's Lo. I have a feeling we were given Celeste's sealing stone to unlock it in order to understand the makeup of this world, which means that they wanted us to know and may use our memories and feelings against us in new ways as a result. Perhaps the trials ahead of us are the whole reason they started trying to recreate parts of Liberal in here to begin with. Yep. Oh, Kevin. Are you feeling okay now? We don't want you going and collapsing again after you only just recovered. Hey, come on, Estelle. I'm indestructible. Pretty swell timing on my part before, huh? I didn't even get to say hi before I fell unconscious now, did I? Indeed. Everyone was shaking their heads with disappointment when you collapsed. You're supposed to be a Dominion, but you wouldn't believe it, that shameful show of weakness. I'm pretty sure everyone was just panicking, especially you, Reese. I see. Just try not to overdo it, okay? We're all really worried about you. If the trial's ahead of the whole reason that he started this trial, then... Yep, they're basically hinting that we're gonna have to face a low... How is he back, though? He died. Got freaking zapped by Weissman. And he took a direct hit. And he fell from the sky, too, probably after. Alright. I guess it's time to go. Oh, star 8, right. Playful minstrel and his closest ally. It'd be funny if it was Shara instead, but yeah. Alright, let's do that. So I gotta bring Olivier and Mueller. And which one is it? It's star 8. God damn, there's a lot of star doors.